That's not right. That's definitely not true. Nope, nope, nope. Let's debunk some of the myths and misconceptions around self-publishing. Hi, I'm Puja Mohan. I'm an indie author, aka a self-published author, and welcome to my writing studio. Let me preface this by saying that everything I talk about in this video is based on my experience of the industry and my knowledge so far. There is a lot of information available on the internet, and I urge you to do your own research before you decide what is right for you. In 2 days, I'll be celebrating 5 years of being an indie author, and I feel I've been in this space long enough to know the kind of conversation that goes around about self-publishing. And there are a few things that I've heard from you, and a lot of these things are nothing but misconceptions and myths that have been carried on from the early years of self-publishing. And today I wanted to talk about 5 of such misconceptions. You need a self-publishing company to self-publish your book. Now, this was something that I didn't know about until I started this YouTube channel and started hearing from you in my comment section. That's not true. Self-publishing by itself means that you are the publisher. Depending on how much time you have and how much money you have and how much you can do on your own, you may consider hiring individuals, experts, and self-publishing companies to help you with it. Now, you can do things the DIY way, where you do everything, or where you dictate and ask other people to do things for you, for which you're going to pay them. So you don't need a self-publishing company to publish your book. Self-publishing is easy money. Boy oh boy, if anyone thinks that, you're in for a surprise. It is another source of earning money, but it is definitely not going to be easy to earn that money. I find a lot of people selling self-publishing with this as one of the perks. It really upsets me when I hear people say that. It is not an easy way of earning money, and I feel that is misleading. You have to put a lot of effort and sometimes a lot of money to make money from self-publishing. The next misconception is that self-publishing is easy. And again, that's not true. In fact, I feel it's more taxing than you would expect in traditional publishing, just because you're not only the author, but you're also the publisher. You're responsible for publishing the book, marketing the book, and a lot goes into doing those activities. You're constantly learning things, and you are responsible for everything that happens with your book. So it is not very easy. If you'd like to know about what is the process of self-publishing, I have a video where I share about my process of self-publishing that will help you get a more appropriate idea of how much work goes into self-publishing. I'll leave a link to that video in the description section. The next one is that you self-publish only because you were rejected by traditional publishers. And this is one of those misconceptions that people have from the early years of self-publishing. And anyone who's been in the industry and has followed the trends, knows what's happening in publishing industry, will not have this misconception. There are authors with whom this could be true, but for the most part, and for people who are really making money from indie publishing, know what they're doing. And I don't like to engage in this conversation with people who have this misconception, only because to me they come across as ignorant because they're not aware of what's happening in the industry, and I'd like to leave it at that. The next misconception that I want to talk about is self-publishing is free, and that's not true. I have made a video about how you can self-publish a book for free, and still I would say self-publishing is not free. You have to understand that even if you're not spending a lot of money or any money in publishing your book will be competing with other books in that genre that have been created and that have been produced with experts and with a lot of money put into those books. So the quality will show. Not necessary that if you spend a lot of money, your book is going to be brilliant, but there is some truth to that. And so if you are going to produce a book which has a higher quality, it is going to show, and it is going to show in your sales. There is a lot that you have to consider, and it's hard to generalize it, but all in all, you will find yourself putting in some money, if not in producing the book, then in marketing the book. To self-publish, you put a lot of time not just creating the book, but also in publishing the book, and that should not be discounted. I'll maybe talk about in another video how I track my time that I spend on publishing my book, and I have an hourly rate assigned to it, so I know exactly how much money I'm putting in to create the book. If I were in a corporate setting and working a 9-to-5 job, I would be paid a certain amount of money, and if I'm taking that time and putting it somewhere else, I should have that expectation that that particular product should get me that kind of a revenue. Now, how I feel about these things, maybe we can talk about this in another video. So I'll just leave it to that self-publishing is not free. Did you believe in any of these myths and misconceptions? What are some of the things that you believe which turns out to be not true about self-publishing? Let me know in the comment section below. In my next video, I'll share with you my checklist to self-publish a book. So make sure your subscribe button is turned gray and your notification bell is turned to all, so that you know exactly when that video goes up. If you have any questions about self-publishing, watch this FAQ playlist, and I'll see you in the next one.